how sweet it is to be loved by you nerds. What is up? It's me, your buddy pal HeyArcher. Welcome back to HeyArcher Live here on Nerd Affiliated. We are so happy as my microphone is going wild here. I'm just gonna hold it for a bit. So happy to have you all here today on this Thursday evening. It's funny, I literally just forgot I was wearing this shirt. I changed shirts, but I was so late and running around that I didn't realize I changed it. So yeah, HeyArcher.com. HeyArcher.com takes you there too, but nerdaffiliated.com is the site. Pick yourself up some cool merch. This is your weekly Thursday night nerdy show where we sit back, we relax, we pour ourselves a little. I was like, wait, is my button not working? We pour ourselves just a little. I said we pour ourselves just a little bit of.
More specifically, vodka, whiskey, beer, tequila, more beer, more vodka, more whiskey, and more beer.
And we just, we toast them if you got them, smoke them if you got them, and get ready for the weekend. Link is in the membership community tab if you'd like to jump on the stream. I'd love to have you. But if you've got a YouTube channel, a podcast, a blog, an OnlyFans, a newsletter, smoke signals, whatever it may be, put it in the chat. Support one another. Plug yo shits. We have a fun episode in store for all of you. So as I say every week, without further ado, the man, the myth, the legend. It's me. Yes, I'm the problem. It's me. It's good to see all of you. What is happening on this Thursday night? This area right now is a mess. Is a mess. It's been a mess for the last couple weeks. I could say that. But for good reason. I'm selling things. I bought some new things. Maybe I'll show you guys some stuff. I'll show you some stuff that I bought on here. Mark in the house. Good to see you, brother. As I showed earlier with the first comment of the day, Dave's Dimension in the house. Good to see you, brother. That's right. Hollywood. Drink them if you got them. Got to have that round ice. I know. I'm telling you. It is very underrated. First of all, drinking out of my Mando cup. No thanks to season 3. But I feel like it's very underrated to have the round circular whiskey cube. Like, I think it just takes your beverage to another level having it like that. Let's verify real quick. So good. So good. Dave says, don't you have people for running everything? They run a lot. They do a lot. I am so grateful for the Nerd Affiliated team. But I'm also grateful for those part of the Nerd Foundation, such as Hobbies with Jose, who just re-upped his subscription. Thankful to Mark, one late night man, who donates to our ICE fund. And, of course, you, Dave, and everybody else who subscribed, leaves thumbs up, shares, posts, comments, all that stuff. I am grateful for all of you that are here. So, like I said, if there's things you guys want to talk about, you let us know. Mark says it's all about the cubes. You're a cube guy when it comes to the beverages. All right. I didn't realize that there would be like a line in the sand on, do people prefer cubes or do they prefer globes, spheres? How should we call them? There actually are even like nerdy ones. There's like a Death Star circular whiskey sphere. I'm sure there's other shapes out there. Actually, somebody one time gifted me a Darth Vader ice tray. But it was because it was from like there's a little bug in here now. Oh, that's gonna bother me. It was from like Spencer's or something. So it was more of like a gag gift. So like the thickness of the tray was really thin. So by the time you got the Vader helmets out, they were so small. You put them in your drink, they just diluted. So didn't do too much for me, but I liked it. I like them. There you go. Cheers to you, sir. Oh damn, this bug's gonna bother me. It's like a little fruit fly too. It's not even like a major one. Grateful for you. Look at that. I appreciate it. Like I said, I appreciate all of you. All right. A lot going on, as I mentioned at the top. Actually, you know what? I want to talk about one thing. I want to talk about one thing toy related before I continue, because I just don't want to forget. I just do not want to forget. I saw this today and I was like, you know what? I feel like the squad would really, really appreciate this. Actually, before I even do that, let me open up. I always forget to like open up Kick just to make sure that if somebody's commenting on Kick, I see it. So I have that open now. By the way, if you want to give me a follow over there, by all means you can. Nerd Affiliated on Kick, on Twitch, everywhere. Everywhere you can stream a live show. All right. I saw this and I was like, I think you guys are going to love it. I think you guys are going to love a couple things today. But first of all, down the pipe, we have figures coming from dinosaurs. Coming from dinosaurs. I don't know why. I saw this and it just made my day. What up, Hobbies with Jose? Good to see ya. Yeah. I saw this and I was like, yes. Yes. And it's funny. It gives me Super 7 vibes for some reason. I'll explain it in a second, but come on, look at this. This is great. I feel like even if you don't remember the show fully, even if you don't really collect that much, I feel like for our demographic, for our age group, this is an essential purchase. Essential. Get a little whack the mama going on. And didn't they release these toys? Was it like McDonald's or something? I feel like I had dinosaur toys. And I feel like it was like McDonald's or something that released them. And my mom hated this show because she was like, with the whack the mama and all that stuff, she was like, they make fun of like the dads. Like they don't respect the dads on these shows. And the mother-in-law, holy shit. Like the banter between the dad and the mother-in-law, I think even pissed her off more. I loved it. But I feel like now all of us here watching the show, like we are Earl right now. I feel like if you're not, congratulations, you're doing better than the rest. But I feel like we've all transitioned into Earl at this point in our lives. Yeah, I would love to watch some episodes of Dinosaurs. Wow, these look good. Oh, I remember Earl, Fran, Robbie, and Not the Mama. Not the Mama. It was like Jim Henson version of Family Matters. And Roseanne, it was. Because he even had the Roseanne flannel going on, like John Goodman did on Roseanne. Oh, there you go, Turtles. I hit the wrong button. This is the button. Where was the other pictures? Yeah, so good. Absolutely so good. So, like, even the amount of accessories, changing of a head sculpt, I was like, oh, yeah, who was that character? Was that... Is this a Build-A-Figure for the grandma? Legacy in the house. Good to see you. Patrick has arrived. Good to see both of you. We're talking dinosaurs. Yes, we are. Let's see. Reading the description, articulated. Fern Hill mug. Fern Hill. Who was Fern Hill? I don't remember that. I don't remember. Yeah, it's a good amount of accessories, for sure. Everybody saying hi to each other. Yeah, for a second I thought Build-A-Figure, but no, I guess it's just a mug. But I don't know, like the accessories and the detail here are very Super 7 to me. Like Super 7 vibes up and down. But I love it. I absolutely love it, especially here with the baby. So good. Really good amount of accessories here. High chair, all that. This is a must buy. To me, this is a must buy. Even if you just buy one, I feel like you gotta have the dinosaur figures for sure. And I hope to God this is not just a render and it's the actual figure. I think it is from these pictures, but it looks so good. Anyone ever watch the last episode? Yeah, didn't they die? Wasn't that the meteor hitting? Is that a spoiler for a show from 1990? What are we going to guess on this one? 1993? The dinosaurs? Maybe 94? Let's see. '91. 4 seasons. Wow. It is 4 seasons. And apparently it's on Disney Plus. I did not know that. What's up, Anthony? Good to see you. Yep, that was the finale. They have these up for pre-order on Entertainment Earth. There you go. You guessed 95. Ooh, for real. I don't think I ever saw that. Wow, Jose, you did not see this? That's crazy. It was such a good show. 65 episodes. Holy shit. I did not think it made it that far. Ended at 94. Yeah. It was such a good show. It very much was. As far as like the characters, I mean, especially the brother, like they seemed very much like Family Matters. It very much had Family Matters vibes, but the humor was just so much more adult. So I think this is definitely a purchase. Everybody saying hi to each other. Dave confirming it is $39.99 for Earl. I think that's completely fair. I think $39 for that figure, especially because it's going to be a beefy figure. I feel like that is really fair. Ending was dark as hell. Good to see you, Sal. Welcome aboard. 65 episodes for 65 million years. Man, for the win, Dave's Dimension. I tell you. Yeah, I saw that today and I was like, you guys, I feel like this is a must. I feel like I said, even those of you who are not like collectors, maybe you have one or two things. Like Mark, I feel like this figure is a good one for Mark. I feel like you can have that buy wherever your bar is in your house, and people would be like, either that's a really cool dinosaur because he has a 6-pack, and of course we mean a 6-pack of beer, or they'll be like, oh man, that was that show. And they would, you'd be like, yeah, that was that show. I feel like this is just like, again, for us guys, us older folks, I feel like this is it. This is it. I really wish that we could stream shows, like stream TV shows on this. That would be so good. If we could just do like a watch party of random things. An episode of Dinosaurs, I think would be a fun. We're sitting down, we're drinking, we're laughing, commentating as we watch it. I think it'd be really good. Really good. So, another thing I have going on is, and again, as a reminder, in case anybody
at this point is,
I keep forgetting to mute YouTube. As a reminder for everybody, if you are a channel member, there is a link to jump on if you wanted to in the community tab. Even if you want to say hello, feel free. The floor is yours. And you can join the community for just 99 cents a month. Sorry, the foundation. I corrected myself. You can join the foundation for like 99 cents a month. So I figured I would show you guys a couple things I picked up we'll continue on the toys kick here. Yeah, it works, man. $39, put it on the bar. It'd be awesome. It'll be awesome. You do a watch party on Discord. That is true. That is true. Who was the first person I knew that did? Oh, Paximus. Watch him jump in now too. Paximus was the first person I met in streaming that was doing watch parties in Discord. I didn't get a chance to join in on the watch parties, but I was assuming that he was like streaming the show in Discord, because sometimes he'd have YouTube going and people would be commenting like pretty close to where he was in the movie. So I assumed he was playing it in Discord. So that's something definitely to entertain in coming months. That might be more of a Sal thing. Sal's the general of Discord in the group here. The Nerd Foundation, is that like the Heart Foundation? I mean, I can't confirm or deny those allegations, but I feel like the color scheme of my room and the screen may give that away. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Dave, any similarities to other foundations are purely coincidental and done with the highest level of respect. That is true. Join Sal in the Discord. And I just saw somebody hit the like button. I forgot to say that. Hit the like. We have 10 people watching. I think we had like 11. It was jumping all over the place. Hit the thumbs up. We only got 5 likes. Push that bitch to a 10. Aaron Waller in the house. Good to see you. On Discord is basically me and Patrick talking shit about toys. Cheers to you guys on that. Actually, isn't that how Hobbies with Jose found us? He was talking shit with Patrick in Discord about toys. Or maybe it was Reddit. I feel like it might have been Reddit, actually. But hey, let me show you guys something. Show you guys a couple things I picked up. One of these I picked up last week, I think after the show. I didn't get a chance to show it off. Yeah. We got ourselves a cartoon version of April O'Neil. Gotta hit the button on that one. I was thinking about it, right? Like I need to, you know what? Hang on. There we go. I'll turn that off after. I realized the other day when this figure came out, it's too bright. I gotta find a better way to. Oh, there we go. That's not too bad. My hand's in the way though. I realized the other day I didn't have the freaking reflection. I didn't have a April O'Neil like animated series figure. So that was good timing that it came out. Able to pick that up. Shorty thick. There you go. That is a fact. Just like on the show. So yeah, I realized I did not have an April O'Neil. I have the movie version of April O'Neil, but I figured why not? Pick this thing up. It was like $36. And will I keep her in the box? Maybe. I'm not sure. But I do have an autograph, actually. Shout out to Billy Nichols. Happy birthday to Billy Nichols, by the way. I have an autograph up there from Renee Jacobs. Right? No, not Renee Jacobs. Yeah, right? Renee Jacobs? I cannot see. It's so far away. If I'm wrong, I apologize. I have a picture of her from when I was helping co-host the brand show where April O'Neil was on there, and she sent me an autographed picture. So I do have an animated version of her autographed as a picture up there. I was thinking maybe I get an autograph of a figure by her, but who knows? We do have somebody who decided to jump on for better or for worse. And then because he doesn't like to be on camera. Mr. Big Shot over there. Anthony, can you hear us?
I can hear you. How you doing?
There he is. The rambling one himself has entered the arena. How you doing today?
Taking shots at me for being camera shy. What the hell?
I mean, hey, I call it like I see it.
Fair enough, but still, I was gonna come in here all happy after you like sent the dinosaur stuff. I was gonna like let that nonsense you've been spewing about a certain movie die down, but now you got to come after me about that. So, how's your top 5 movie doing, buddy?
Hey, I didn't say that the movie was gonna do crazy numbers. I just said it's a great movie. That's all I'm saying. Do you want to let the audience know what we're talking about, by the way, in case you don't know?
We're talking about The Flash. I'm sure everybody knows. It's a pretty smart group, but yeah.
Just in case.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I felt bad. I don't want you just talking to you. Well, I know you're talking to us in the chat, but want to keep company until somebody else feel free to jump on and kick me off, but I want to keep you company for a minute.
Hey, I'm never alone. Jesus Christ is always here with me. He's drinking as well with me. Cheers, Jesus.
Fair enough.
But I appreciate it.
There's a lightning bolt and a storm cloud forming overhead.
It's just waiting. It is waiting for the blinds to open so it can know exactly where to hit. And then, hey, maybe I'll get flash powers or die. We'll find out.
Yeah, one or the other. Do you have any chemicals in that room that you can get splashed on you?
You think I get flash powers if I like had the whiskey bottle there and then the lightning went through the whiskey and then hit me, or would it just turn me into an alcoholic?
I mean, it might just turn you into alcoholic or, whiskey man.
Super whiskey.
Which would be kind of cool too. I've been seeing a lot of very Star Trek themed stuff on like the Instagram feed. Like when you go over to the search and don't search anything, I just see Star Trek clips.
Yep.
What was his name? Mr. O'Brien is chewing gum on Deep Space Nine, and he's like, the doctor's like, "What are you doing?" I guess chewing gum is gone by that point in time. He's like, "Oh," and he explains the whole thing. He goes, "Oh, so what flavor did you infuse it with?" He goes, "Whiskey," and he keeps on chewing with a big old smile.
I love that.
Yeah, I wish he was on Picard.
Yeah,
that would have been a good.
That would have made sense.
Would have made a lot of sense.
Unless he died in Deep Space Nine, and I just don't remember that, but that would have made sense.
I mean, I don't remember the ending of Dinosaur, so I definitely don't remember the ending of Deep Space Nine. Did it really end? That's dark, man. It really ended like they're looking at the comet coming down?
I think so.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure.
Damn, that's dark. For some reason, I thought like the last episode was like, it's like our time and it's an archaeological dig and they're digging up their house. For some reason, I thought that was the last episode. I
think that is part of it. I think that's part of the episode, but they definitely eat it via the asteroid in the last episode of Dinosaurs. Well, I didn't even ask. Is that a figure you would want to pick up, or is that a pass? Like, am I being a little too excited?
No, I would
about
totally. That's the other thing. Well, now I'm just going to come in hot and air all my grievances. You rat bastards! You're turning me into a toy collector.
Yep, it's happening.
So yeah, that's totally something I would get. I already have something on pre-order, so when pre-orders drop on that, I guess we'll figure it out. But yeah, folks, he's I don't know how it happened, but no, I know exactly how it happened. But yeah, he's turning me into a collector and a cosplayer, and
I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah, well, I don't want to say too much, but you are not making me, but like you're like giving me the little push that my brain was just like, do it. You've been waiting for so long, just do it. So,
so I will let the fine details remain hidden, but I feel like telling everybody what we're working on. Is that okay?
After
or should I not say anything?
Yeah, go for it.
All right. And then we'll come back to toys I've picked up. We are going to New York Comic Con, as many of you know. Actually, one of you in the chat is also going to Comic Con. I don't think he's announced it yet, so I don't want to put you on blast in case your job is watching, and then they're like, what the hell I thought you said you were sick, and it's on a Friday. But we're going to Comic Con, New York Comic Con, Friday, October 13th, and we're going to be in cosplay. I'm in cosplay every year. Anthony did his first cosplay. Wait, was that your first cosplay last year? Your first outward
it was my
cosplay
first,
where people like...
No, I cosplayed. I was Daredevil with you 1 year.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
What year
And I
is
still... That was like
21?
That was 19. No, that was 2019 before the pandemic.
Shit, that's crazy.
I know, right?
Wow.
Long time already.
All right, we were all Marvel characters that year.
Yeah, I met Steve as Gambit, and I was just like,
Yes.
holy shit. Like, I immediately felt bad about myself because it was just like, whoa. And you were Bishop.
Bishop. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was a good one.
that was, yeah. I really liked, I don't know his name, but there was a guy, Christopher Reeve Superman. That was a good suit. Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of good stuff that year.
So Anthony's been cosplaying for a while, so you can't blame me for you cosplaying. You've already been doing
Well, I'm getting back into it with like event. Like I'm getting like I can blame you because now I'm actually going to invest time and money. Like
this
for
will
Daredevil,
be your first time doing that. Yes.
yeah. Like for Daredevil, I tore up a black T-shirt and I used my motorcycle gloves for his. You know, I was doing the season 1 suit, the black and just the all black
The best
prototype suit or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I tore up a T-shirt and I already had a Under Armour shirt, so it really wasn't much of an investment. But yeah, this is going to be the first where I'm going to be shelling out some bucks.
So, to show you where I'm starting at, because I'm going to be trying to document this on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will be Ghostbusters. It is happening because I have limited amount of hands, so I'll hit the. Yeah.
Get one of your cats to hold that up.
Yeah, that is true. I should. I gotta put them to work. They freeload too much here.
Yep.
But yeah, we're gonna be running it as Ghostbusters. We actually will have a third person, which is Steve. He's gonna join us as Ghostbusters on Friday, and I am down a rabbit hole of which I never thought I would be down. Shout out Dave's Dimension. This is all up his alley. But I've been watching Ghostbusters custom proton pack and reprogramming videos until like 2 a.m. every day. Like I had no idea the community was that like massive.
Yeah, man.
Massive. Yeah.
Same.
And I did take it out of the box already. I'll have to fake it in the video I'm doing, but it's out of the box. And the reason I did it was now that I've been doing so much research, I can tell what version pack this is based on the box. And because I bought it at a season end sale at Spirit Halloween like 3 years ago, and it was returned, I was like, oh my God, did somebody buy the new version and swap it for the old version and then return it? Because a normal person probably wouldn't realize the difference. So I had to open it just to make sure. It is the newer version. And
the newer version's like really black, and the other one was like black gray.
Yeah. So it's black. Actually, here. So it's a blacker color on the overall body, and then the Cyclotron, is that correct? Cyclotron lights.
Cyclotron, yeah.
Yeah, they actually go around in a circle, and they are red. The original one, it was a white cover, and then there was like red lights behind it, so it didn't look as good. So have that, and then got the wand here. The wand has full-on buttons on. Whoa! So it's got. I think it just has one button to do the sounds, and the other buttons do not work. But we picked up something. Do you want to tell everybody what we picked up?
We picked up the Spangler wand at the Hasbro Pulse sale.
Yes.
And I have one, and Steve has one, and that I guess that, and I don't know, did my coverage of Ghostbuster Day and seeing, I didn't have too many of all the cosplayers that day, but did that inspire you at all, or was it just picking up the wand?
As far as like what made me buy the wand.
No. Just like, was it seeing all those photos in their cosplay and then, having the wand in hand that made you do it? Or was it just having the wand in hand that decided that's the way to go?
I'm still not getting the question. It may be decided that I'm going to like go all in on building.
Was it a combination of both, or was it just holding that wand saying, I'm going to do it?
As far as making the cosplay?
That being the cosplay, because we hadn't decided anything.
Gotcha.
Maybe water down those drinks a little bit before you get on air, buddy.
I think it was the combination. It was, first of all, I bought that wand in the past for our friend Joel, and I was like, I understood that I got it at cost, which was a big deal because at that time it was sold out. Everybody was selling it for a markup. So I went to a store, was selling a bunch of toys. I saw it at cost. I realized what the cost was, so I bought it, and I kind of like forgot about it. And then the sale was happening, and the sale was around the time of Ghostbusters Day, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna buy this just in case I ever do want to do something with it. So I feel like $80 for the Hasbro wand is pretty good.
Yeah,
especially because it's $131 normal price. So I was like, all right, that's a good price for it. I'll buy it just in case. And then I remembered I bought the Spirit Pack however many years ago because I'm crazy. And every year on November 1st, I go to Spirit Halloween and just buy random shit on super clearance just in case I ever want to use it. And I was like, oh, I have the Proton Pack. So all of that, talking to you loving Ghostbusters, a lot of the community here loving Ghostbusters. I mean, hell, Dave's icon is Ghostbusters. I was like, hey, why don't we give it a shot? Go for it. And that's what led me down this road of like, how can I, in Steve fashion, customize this somehow? Like make it unique or special. And then I think it was you who sent me a link, or somebody sent me a link that was like, oh, there's a whole Facebook group to customizing the Proton Packs. And I was like, holy
I think it was
shit.
me.
Yeah. And it's wild. Like let me see here if I can. I'm just gonna. What was I on before? Let me see if I can go to Pinterest. I don't want to like show the Facebook group in case there are people on there who like don't want to be out there because it's a private group. Let's see here. Ghostbusters Custom Proton Pack. Let's see. All right. So, like, people are taking not just the Spirit ones, but other ones and just making these dope, random ass creations, just like making something their own. This one's cool because he has, I think, lights in these green tubes that go off.
Oh.
And this one here is the same one I have. Like, he has here, it is 3D printed parts, but that's the same $90 toy I was holding up. But people just go that hard on the customization, which I love.
Yeah, no, that's pretty cool. And I didn't realize from that photo that it was the Spirit.
Mm-hmm. So I was like, I love the challenge of this. So one of the things I've been up all night watching videos on is how can I mix the Hasbro wand with this Spirit Halloween one to somehow make the higher quality wand go with this pack and make the pack cool. So
yeah,
it is so dope. Yeah, that pack
a lot
was
of work ahead of you.
Ghostbusters, yeah, but it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I was talking with Dave on Instagram, and he sent me pictures of a couple of packs he has, and I just started to drool, and I think I may have been cursing at him in the chat. I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah.
No, I think I kept it civil, but in my head I was just like, motherfucker, why not me? Yeah. And it can be me for like, a lot of time and money. But yeah, there's some like really sick stuff out there.
Yeah.
And you've been staying up late doing it because you have the stuff there, so it's like realer for you. I'm in the process of I'm about to start making some moves after I've been waiting on payday.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And a lot of things are going to be happening on my credit card over the next this long holiday weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's for sure.
so, and but fun. Yeah, I can't wait to do it, and it should be fun. And it's like I'll try to find it. I don't know if there's got to be a photo of it someplace, but like it is actually full circle because like when I was a kid, when we were kids and Ghostbusters 2 came out, I went to see that in the theater pretty much on repeat. Like I would, they're like, oh, we're going to go see another movie. Like Ghostbusters is still out. Let's go see Ghostbusters. And I was definitely obnoxious asshole. And we went to see Ghostbusters way too many times, but I didn't care.
Yeah.
But I cosplayed to the theater. Like I made my mother
Oh, no way.
I swear to God, like there's no pictures of that, but like I had like, the kid's jumpsuit.
Yep.
And I was a freaking butterball as a kid, so I outgrew that thing fast. But like when the movie came out, I squeezed my ass into that thing, zipped it up, and I had the real Ghostbusters toy proton pack. And I'm like 90% sure I wore it into the theater.
I love that.
So I'm sure there's pictures of me in the suit someplace.
Yeah.
But
I think what it is that I find fascinating is like people are pretty standard with like the jumpsuit part, but it's the proton pack where everybody really like gets their creative bug out. And I just love seeing how different everybody makes it and the intricacies of it. And people are, dropping thousands on these things. I had no idea. I had no idea that this was like that deep of a community. Let me pull up here. Yeah. So
actually,
like go ahead.
After you pull up yours, there's one like a pack I've seen. Dave has one, but I've seen other packs when I was searching. I never thought like the real Ghostbusters pack. People make really insane versions of that. So if you don't mind, after this, pulling up a picture of that. But all right,
is it on your Instagram?
I have a picture of Dave's. I don't know if you'll mind me sending that to you and you putting it up.
Yeah, send it over. Or if Dave's
well, I'll ask. Yeah, Dave, is that okay? And you can reply in the chat.
Dave could even send it to me if you want.
Or that, yeah, if he doesn't mind.
Yeah, whoever.
Okay. I'm going to send you the. Yeah.
He said, "Go right ahead."
Yep, I'm sending it right meow. It's in the chat.
Oh, in our like group chat?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. There it is. Let me see if I can share.
Thank you, Dave.
This and then.
So I know, and like while you're doing all that, I'll ramble for a minute. You're definitely have like a more creative mind for this stuff than I do, because like your Bishop cosplay and your Black Ranger, was he a caveman Black Ranger or just like barbarian?
Like a Viking mask.
Viking. Yeah. So like, that's like, look at that thing. That just looks cool to me.
Yeah.
But so like you're gonna definitely have like more of a. I feel safe making this prediction. You're going to have a more customized, unique take on the pack, and I'm going to probably go for screen accuracy. And then as I sit with it, because even though it's it's basically July, I feel like October is very close, and a lot of stuff to do. So I probably customize it, whatever I end up getting, like for future Comic Cons. But I'll go for screen accuracy the first time around.
Yeah. Let me show you guys this one here. How can I make that? Oh, I forgot. I got to switch back to this one. So I've come back to this guy, Alejandro's video quite a bit. And again, this is the same pack that I have. And I'll just put mine. I wish I could make this side by side bigger, but like mine doesn't look. Let me just turn it on real quick. Like you can kind of see the lights on it, but it doesn't look anywhere as bright as the one that he's gonna have here.
Right.
Let's see if I can get to the part where he's playing the sound on it. Here we go.
Clips of the pack just kind of sitting there, turned on. The wand is on. We have the sound going. Go ahead and take a second and listen to the hum.
Even that, like having the hum going.
That hum and all the sound is coming from the Spangler wand via auxiliary modification and the mini hi-fi system inside the pack, which I'll go more in depth here in just a little bit. But let's go ahead and take a look at the pack. Upcoming here, I'm going to go ahead and give a shot of the wand.
I'm going to 1000% put a speaker in this thing and be absolutely obnoxious. Absolutely obnoxious. Let me see. There's a part where he was like, let me see if I can find it. He was spinning it around on a Lazy Susan, and he added like more lights to it, and I was like, I think I need to do that because it's just one giant hollow shell. Here we go. Let's see here.
Black. Same with the wand. I took the wand apart. Did everything flat black.
Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it?
The
Here we go.
auxiliary. But yeah.
Look at this
I'm gonna
thing.
Stop rambling now.
Oh, another rambler.
I was gonna say. That's.
Look at that thing. Look at that thing.
That's awesome. Yeah, if you walk around Comic-Con blasting that out of your Proton Pack, that'll definitely get you some looks in a good way, but you're going to get looks. Oh, and the WWF flag behind him. I love this guy already.
That's exactly what I thought. Exactly what I thought when I first ran across this video. But just like, yeah, all the lights, all the stuff. He changed out the wires for sure here. This is a new ribbon. Like, it just, I'm like, that's so cool. Like, you just built that whole thing. So
yeah,
that's what I'm
made
going
it better.
Yeah. That's what I'm going for. But, I mean, for all of you, if you're still awake during our Ghostbusters conversation, if you are a Ghostbusters fan, that pack, when it's on I was gonna say on sale. Really, I meant to say for sale. When it's for sale, it's only like $90.
Yeah.
Here it is.
No, it's and they made a bigger one, which I haven't seen on sale yet. But yeah, it's just my OCD creeping up on me because like that makes more sense to do, obviously from every point of view, versus the one that you and I know I'm going down.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just like the fact that it's 80%, that itch in my brain is like, no.
Get the real thing. Don't be a bitch.
Get the big, basically. And like, I actually talked to, like I've talked to many people, Dave being one of them, but a friend of mine has the pack and the HasLab pack, excuse me. And we were talking and he's like, that thing is heavy and it's this and it's that. I'm like, yeah, but I'm already predisposed to all this suffering because of my what I have to wear at work. And then when I was in the Army, ruck marching and everything. So whatever. I can definitely do it for a couple of hours and be happy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then mount it on the wall.
This guy seems to be like the biggest Ghostbusters guy. Let's see. I'll show you guys the HasLab.
Oh, Ghostbusters news? Yeah.
Let's see. Because I did not pick up the HasLab, but I honestly, I'd probably be too afraid to like mess it up. Like I'm afraid to even mess up the wand.
Well, yeah, that's a valid fear. But you know, it's funny. You told me about it, and I, at the time of the HasLab, like I definitely debated doing it. And I was just like, nah, if like this is happening now, obviously I would just jump on it. But it is just funny because you showed me it and I was just like, yeah, that's cool. But really, what am I going to do with it? I was being such a little bitch. Bitch.
You were a different person back then.
I wasn't part of the crew. I was like, maybe I dipped my toe in at best. But
yeah. So this one's the life-size one. So this one's only $250. The HasLab is $450. So you can see it already looks better than the one that I have.
Yeah, I know turning the lights on this early in the video, it's kind of jumping the gun, but I know A, this is what you all want to see, and B, I just love the way these look.
Yeah. It's pretty dope.
yeah.
And that's how big it is on the back. So I'm excited. I'm excited to build one. I mean, even right there, he's got. I love it. He's got another one on there that looks like it might be the HasLab, maybe. Yeah, because it has the stand. I don't know if you guys can see my mouse movement, but it has the stand underneath. That's the thing, like having multiple packs. Like I was like, that's so interesting that everybody's like, no, I have like my main pack, my screen accurate pack, my HasLab pack, my Comic-Con pack. Like I was like, that's dope. And you know, you customize them all a little bit to be a little bit different.
Yeah.
Let me see here. HasLab Proton pack. There you go. That's some good YouTube power. That I typed that in. He's number 2. That's the goal of every YouTuber out there.
Much everything else inside the box, outside of the Proton pack, is there were different class goals when it came to the crowdfunding souls. Do that. I mean, I've seen other people do it already because these packs, they've been. And let me get all that ready. All right, so here it is, fully assembled outside of, again, adding that Alice LC1 frame. And before I talk about the pack, let me first talk about the stand itself. Because that stand, it was a pain in the rear end to put together. Like, you feel like that you made much pressure Kenner Firehouse in the sense that when you put it all together, you're gonna have a heck of a time if you ever want to take it apart.
So this part was cool.
I'll show you here. Now, much like Phoebe in Ghostbusters Afterlife, we got to get into the inside of this pack, and to do so, we just twist the shock mount here. The main portion of the shock mount, it is made of plastic. However, the rod here, it is metal. And from there, the bumper, it just slides perfectly out there. And after that, all you got to do is just, remove the actual cyclotron cover. Now, we'll likely dive a little bit more in detail regarding...
Even shit like that. I'm like, that's so cool that this does that.
Yeah. And I've seen pictures of guys who mod the inside of their cyclotron to have extra wires and like color-coded wires and stuff. And it's like, yeah, I'm about to say crazy, but I mean it in a good way. But like, how crazy to like do that to where like you're not gonna see it. You're not gonna walk around a Comic-Con and like take that out all the time. Mm-hmm. So that's like the level of commitment, and it's great.
Let's see if we get to him. Final thoughts.
Lights, kind of Cytron one. I do have mine attached to it right here, which you may notice I have modded just a little bit already. In fact, I'm still modding it, so please don't be too harsh on it. But I do need to touch on the fact that Hasbro, they did.
There was a guy. Let me go back a second.
I'm still modding it, so please don't be too.
There was a guy who did a video. I think it was like a YouTube short. And he was like, how to customize the plastic barrel here so it looks burnt. And his method was actually burning it. And I was like, you are insane, sir.
A little bit.
Too harsh on it. But I do need to touch on the fact that Hasbro, they did add in the feature where you can control the Proton Pack, kind of, from the Neutrino wand here. Now, all the audio from the wand, it just comes out of the wand. It doesn't come out of the pack or anything like that. So if you decide you want to fire it, yeah, that is just coming out of the wand itself there. However, if you turn off the wand, you will see here, wait for it, maybe, there it is. It did turn off the Proton Pack.
Yeah, so that was the thing that bothered me. I'm like, I'm going to have this on my back. When I play sounds out of the wand, it should come out of this thing, but it doesn't. So I'm going to fix that with the Spirit one. I'm going to go for it. Let's see if he...
Dave mentioned... there's a Ghostbuster fan soundboard that has an aux jack. You can connect a small Bluetooth adapter and play music off your phone and pound it through the pack.
Yep.
So Ghostbuster fan sounds like someplace where we're going to have to take a look at.
So the soundboard I bought online that's coming on Saturday has the aux plug. So
okay.
Similar to, where was it? Where you at? I like how this turned into a Ghostbuster stream.
Sorry, I didn't really mean to take it down this rabbit hole.
That's fine. Similar to this guy, like how he has this green wire going around. I was like, I could run the Hasbro wand through this, like through another cable. Somehow mod it so there has to be like another cable. Run the HasLab. But that's the thing. I've got to mod it somehow so that the audio comes out of the wand because there is no plug on the HasLab wand. So, but if I do mod it and change up some of the wiring or solder some of the wiring, have the cable come around, go into the pack at to the speaker, or I might just say F it and use the existing wand, cut the wand off, attach the HasLab wand, and when I want to do the sounds, I'm technically hitting a button from the old wand and having that come out of the back. If that makes sense. Like I'll attach the old wand buttons to the HasLab one.
Yeah, I figured that's what you meant. That
Yeah.
I mean, that kind of is cool too, because then it's it's a Frankenstein thing.
Yeah.
Like MacGyver together, heat of the moment, heat of battle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Dave says there's a sound aux mod for the wand, but you have to open it up and solder. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't trust myself with the soldering part. So that's where I don't know. It's going to be tough. But I'm pumped, man. I'm pumped to do a Ghostbusters cosplay for the first time. I wasn't even the biggest Ghostbusters fan out there, but the customization of it, the community, like you sharing those Ghostbusters Day photos, I was like, you know what? That's a fun-ass community. Like it just...
Yeah, no, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. People get married
and I'm only dipping my toe in at the moment, but yeah, once I go in, it's gonna be like that was cool too. Like I would never okay, now I would have, I guess it's a replica from Afterlife, but like I would never have thought to do that, to customize the trap like that, to do it for Afterlife. Like I would have stuck with the pack and the uniforms or something else. I wouldn't have thought to make the the remote controlled Ghostbuster trap. Yeah. Like again, I know it was from the movie, but I'm just saying like that people do that level, like, that level of cosplay, that level of replicas is crazy in a good way.
Yeah. Oh, Dave says he's suiting up all weekend at Comic-Con in Buffalo beginning tomorrow. Dude, send us pictures. I'd love to share it on the IG, on YouTube, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. Absolutely love it.
And I still got to take time. Right there, the Cadillac, the Ecto 1. I've befriended the mechanic who keeps that thing running, and he has his, he did his channel, and he did a quick walkthrough of the garage where there's a whole ton of Batmobiles, and I think there's a Scooby van. Yeah, and a Knight Rider car, and so I have, and he's in, he's like, oh hey, I'm gonna be at the shop this week or this day, and I'm just like, oh, I have to go to work, or I just, I don't have the time to rip away. I got to go out there and just spend a day drooling over. Yeah, Ectotech's great. I have to spend the day drooling over everything that he works on.
Yeah,
and whatnot. So great stuff. Yeah, that first video, that guy's has some good stuff.
It's wild. Being a New Yorker from New York, I never found this. I think because this was, in college, that's pre-smartphone day. So I was always like, oh, I got to find the Ghostbusters house on my own. So I would in walking around and us, drinking and carrying on, be like, oh, someday I've got to run into it. I've got to find it. And just never, this makes me nervous. I feel like it's going to back into the wall. I was like, I'll find it someday, and just never did.
Yeah, well, I found it accidentally because I have a friend who, a teacher from college, lives in that area, and I took the train to meet because we were gonna coffee and review some stuff, and I just happened to get off of the train at the very front of the train instead of towards the rear like I usually did for whatever reason, and I go out the exit and then I loop around, and I'm face to face with the firehouse, and I'm like, oh shit. What?
There he is. Yep.
And I said to my friend, I'm like, do you know what yeah, of course I know what firehouse is right there. I'm like, I'm a giant geek. Why didn't you tell me? She goes, you didn't know? like almost like, you know, she was like judging me in that moment for like not realizing. And I'm like, yeah, I know. But yeah, I found it by accident. I wasn't even looking for it. It never even occurred to me to look for it. Maybe I'm a really bad geek after all.
Well,
but yeah,
I think
it never
'cause what
occurred for
happens
me to
is
look for it.
You sometimes think that these movie locations are fake, right? Like April O'Neil's building isn't like a real building, but like when Raph is on the roof of Ninja Turtles and it's looking at the city skyline, like all those other buildings are real, you know, and so you're like, oh, the Ghostbusters firehouse is probably fake in a real thing, you know.
Yeah.
Let me say hi real quick to Rolando. He jumped in. Scooby Life jumped in, and K-Walk, Kathy in the house, listening tonight on a hotel TV. So I haven't been able to check in. I appreciate that. Actually, is Dave's a mention in this video? I feel like Dave, weren't you at this thing?
He was.
Yeah, probably around somewhere. But yeah, I saw all this stuff. I think this might have been the cherry on top that I didn't realize. Like I looked up this video and see, like, even like this different color suit, like this is from part 2, right? That color suit. Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm like, I kind of want to wear like a different color suit. I don't know. But seeing this video, I was like, this seems like a lot of fun.
Yeah, no, it was a ball. And just really cool. And like seeing everybody, it's like Comic-Con, like, you know, see everybody. Although, like I said, the dog right there to the right, that was the highlight for me. But yeah, no, seeing everybody, and like I just say, seeing everybody's like different takes. You know, there's a Subaru right there, the Subaru Ecto 1. And like, you know, some people are mad about it, I think, in general, like, be like, oh no, it's supposed to be a 59 or a 59 Caddy or 49 for all I fucking know.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, and I was like, yeah, but as time goes on, they would have updated their fleet of Ectos. So so that Subaru or the Dodge Charger Ecto or whatever else is just as valid as, you know, the Cadillac there. So it's just cool to see what people do.
Dave says he was back by the truck. And Patrick says the gray suit was my favorite. Gets bigger each year. Next year's the 40th. Yeah.
Yeah, next year is going to be a complete total shit show.
Yeah, I might have to grab Joel and drive down there.
Yeah, you guys should definitely do that. Can't wait. Yeah, Dave, anything can be an Ecto.
Yeah.
If I still had a Trans Am, I'd make that damn thing into an Ecto.
You know, and that's the thing that gets me sometimes about the nerd community is like people will. I didn't mean to freeze it on this guy's face. I'm not saying anything about him. Like people will see something and be like, no, that's not accurate. No, that's not real. And it's like, shut up, man. Like, I get it sometimes. Like, for example, I've seen photos when people, like, let's say they meet Ewan McGregor and they're wearing a Darth Vader costume, or they're wearing an Obi-Wan Kenobi costume, and they're holding the lightsaber with like two hands and one hand's like on the saber part. I'm like, why are you doing that? Like, come on. Like, that stuff sometimes bothers me, but I wouldn't like tell somebody like, hey man, what the fuck's your problem? You're gonna burn your hand off, you know? And that's what gets me with like these kind of things. Like when somebody sees a cosplay or they see a vehicle and they're like, oh, like that's stupid. Like, it's not accurate to how it was in this scene of whatever. And I'm like, dude, shut up. This person just spent like countless hours and countless money building this thing or working on this thing for you to just be like, oh, that screws wrong. You know, I hate that.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
The group that I think takes some flack for it, but people don't really talk about it, is the 501st cosplay group, the Star Wars one. Mm-hmm. Because they do a lot of charity work. They do a lot of, you know, they set up in Comic-Cons for free and you take pictures with them and you donate for it. But like, to be a 501st, your suit has to be like screen accurate, like to the thread. And I'm like,
oh, wow.
I'm like, come on. Like, it's not that deep. But
I mean, hell, and all right, well, 501st are supposed to be stormtroopers, right?
That's Vader's group.
Yeah, Vader's. What I'm saying, it's the five. Well, I'm saying is it's supposed to be Anakin's 501st or Vader's 501st.
That's just what they call the cosplay group, but they cosplays everything.
Oh, okay. Well, I was gonna say because like the clone troopers, it shows on the show that they start to customize their armor a little bit, like with the, you know, I was gonna say tattoos, but like painting, like paint jobs and whatnot,
based on what battalion they're in. Yeah.
Yeah, battalion or like I can't. You're gonna want to fire me. I can't remember the name, but like there's the episode where like a clone, like two like rookie clones, they get overrun. I think it's down to the last two of them being the last two survivors, and then one of them bites it, and as he does, like I think he left like a bloody handprint that smeared down the one guy's armor, and he turned that into like, you know, he had that like painted on like a handprint that slid down his armor. Terrible job of suggesting it, but the look on your face tells me I'm safe because you don't remember exactly the episode either.
I think it was an early episode of Clone Wars. You know what it was? In my head, I was like, I think you're thinking of the opening of Force Awakens, but I do remember that happening somewhere else. And I think you're right. I think it was one of the early episodes of Clone Wars. And that's how they got that logo. Who's it, Fives? I think Fives has the... let's see, Clone Trooper Bloody handprint.
Sure.
Let's see, images. Yeah, so even then when you're like, oh, they were rookies and they were dying, that I feel like that was like one of the first 5 episodes of Clone Wars. And
I feel like it was definitely early because I feel like the animation was rough, you know.
Yeah. The early ones were not the best. But yeah, immediately I was like, I think you're thinking of Finn, but I remember something like that.
Well, yeah, it was very like Finn, but instead of the helmet, I think I have it like in my head that the guy like, yeah, right there, the second row down.
Oh.
Next to the
this one here.
Oop.
Oh, Echo? Did Echo do that?
Oh, is that Echo?
Echo. I was like, one of my figures has a handprint. Oh yeah. Echo does have the handprint. Let's see, Echo handprint. I thought somewhere in here they at least have the episode screenshot or something. Oh yeah, there it is. He has it right there in the back. All right. See, the handprint isn't consistent. Chill out, dude. Yeah, such a good show. Such a good show.
Yeah. I can't wait till you got to make your list because Steve and Aaron and I are going to talk Rebels.
Oh yeah, the watch list.
But you got to get him the watch list for Clone Wars this way he can power through that.
Yeah, it just in thinking of the watch list for Clone Wars, I was like, this is a bigger task than I than I expected. Because I'm sitting there. I built this list more than once. And I have a notepad open. Let me see if I even have it up right here. I have a notepad open, and I pull up here it is. Let me see if I can screen share the notepad app. Let's see here. Notes. So I was doing a Clone Wars rewatch, which already had 10 notes, just 15 episodes in. I was like kind of jumping around. And this was all a rewatch in order to better review The Mandalorian. So I was watching all of the Mandalorian related episodes.
Mm-hmm.
So then even here, I wrote, these are not all the episodes featuring Mandalore. However, with episode recaps at the beginning, you should be up to speed. So these were episodes that included Mandalorian stuff and things around Mandalorian. So I was like putting the list together. I thought this was my full list. It's not even the full one. And I would be like, all right, you watch season 2 episodes 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 14, 15. Like, it was just like everything. I was just like, it's damn near every episode. So I'm like trying to figure out a way like to condense it somehow. Do I have it anywhere else on here? It was a long ass sheet. I'll be mad if I lost it. But it's just so many episodes. So I'm like, I got to find a way to make it like, because in case anybody doesn't know, Clone Wars is like 3-4 episode arcs. So it's hard to be like, oh, season 1, only watch 5 episodes. Because you're like, you know, that's 2 arcs maybe. But like, which ones do you choose? So I feel like I want to recommend on your first watching of Clone Wars, I kind of want to recommend what I did, which is watch all the episodes that are Jedi related. Like if they have something about a Jedi in it, watch that. Only because I feel like it's easier to get into something if there's relatable stuff there. And you already know Anakin, you know Obi-Wan, so you're probably more inclined to get hooked to their storyline because you're like, oh, I know these people. Versus like if I tell you watch all the ones that just have 5s and Echo in the description, you'd be like, I don't give a shit about these clones. They don't even have powers, you know? So
yeah.
I don't know.
And I mean, I was guilty of that. I ended up watching the whole thing, and at first it was like, oh god, another clone episode.
Yeah.
Get back to the Jedi. But then, like, you know, I definitely converted and was just like, yeah, give me some more of those kick-ass clones.
Yeah, I rewatched when I went through the second time of watching the show, where I was like, okay, I'm gonna watch everything now. I was like, this shit, the ones without the Jedi are the best episodes. It's like, these are the better ones of all. I mean, what was the one that even George Lucas commented on the other day? The episode where the droids are lost in the desert.
Oh yeah.
I was like, who thought I would give a shit about an episode about astro droids roaming a desert? And yet it's one of the best episodes of the entire show.
Yeah. I love that episode.
Oh. It is wild. It is wild. I just realized, did you ever finish this?
Finish what?
I gotta change the thing. Hang on. Show Chrome.
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
I didn't put photos of it?
I don't remember.
Oh.
I was just
fairly sure. Yeah.
This one.
Yeah, I think I have. Yeah, I finished it. I'm staring at it right now.
Oh,
that was like, if I was thinking, I was recovering from the surgery, so I wasn't thinking. If I was thinking, I would have set up my phone and done a time lapse on until, you know, as I was building it, but I was not okay. Like that was like the only like that was a good distraction, but like I was in a lot of discomfort during that build. And now you're just showing me cars I can't afford. Yeah, there's a bunch. So probably at the end of that one is it done. We're getting close.
Yeah.
But
you know, I actually realized too, I was not allowed to watch the Ghostbusters cartoon because of the whole ghost thing. Yeah.
Oh.
Religious household.
Yeah, there you go. Well, I remember at the beginning you were saying your mother didn't appreciate how they
Dinosaur
were talking to the dad. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, damn, he had a rough household.
Oh yeah, I still snuck in most of the shows.
Yeah, well, has it lightened up, or like obviously you don't live with her anymore, but like if she just does your mom like kind of say, oh Steve, or is it oh Steven, and rolls her eyes at you, or is she
that
softened?
That definitely happens. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's that meme of let's see, where is Lois and Clark meme. Let me see, Lois and Clark costume meme. There's the meme of like when you work real hard on a costume and show off your parents, and it's, you know, it's Clark like in Superman pose, and his dad just looking over the couch like,
yeah,
what the fuck, like that's my parents. They're just like, yeah, that's cute. He'll grow out of it.
Yeah.
He's 37.
Okay.
He'll grow out of it.
Yep. Well, it's your fiance's problem now.
It is. Yeah. Let's see.
I like the meme where it's Nightwing is still in like the disco sort of suit, and like it's Batman's trembling hand coming up, and he takes off his cowl, and the tagline is how to take off the mask to really see what sort of a fashion disaster your son became. I feel like that can be applied to parents and look at when we come out in cosplay now and be like, where did I go wrong?
Yeah. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna go full circle real quick on something before we wrap today's episode. I'm gonna scroll back up. Where was it? And I feel like I didn't address it. Where are you? I should have favorited. I forget that that's an option. That I can favorite comments to come back to them. Anyway, Legacy of Dirt. Here it is. Archer likes the Flash. I'm so confused about life right now. Yeah. A lot of people were thrown off by that. That was something that, till this day, I'll probably never. I can acknowledge that it will never be forgotten that I said The Flash is one of my top 5 superhero movies all time. I have to watch it again to see if that holds up. And I'm afraid it won't. But leaving the theater, I was like, it was so good. But I understand that I'm sick in the head. Like, I get it. But, I mean, one of the biggest L's of that movie, if I'm to make a list of L's, is that Dean Cain wasn't in it. Like, come on. Unless he was like, I won't want nothing to do with Ezra Miller, which I would respect. But
well, you know what? I feel like he and his personal views on stuff maybe disqualify him from people wanting to, like, same way with Kevin really? Sorbo. Maybe I'm projecting Kevin Sorbo onto him.
Oh yeah,
but
Kevin
like
Sorbo, yeah.
Well, I didn't even know any of that, and then like somebody was like, "Oh, Xena and Hercules are fighting," and I was like, "What?" And then apparently they were sniping. I don't know how long ago, but apparently they were sniping at each other on Twitter. Or something, and for some reason I feel maybe I'm just transferring that onto him. But I mean, Terry Hatcher was in Supergirl.
Yeah.
So she made an appearance. And actually, no, didn't Dean Cain? Google. I think Dean Cain was Supergirl's father on the CW show. I think. I didn't watch that. That started on CBS, as everybody I'm sure knows, and or he was in the show at least. Okay.
Yeah, but not as Superman. I mean, but just like how she wasn't actually Supergirl in it,
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Oh yeah, there you go. They were the parents.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. Huh. Funny how my brain remembers things out of nowhere at the last second.
This one pissed me off though. Having her and I won't say the other name, but the CGI. I was like, why even release that? Why even release it? Just
I know it's like okay. So like I know we're gonna end, but like I said, the movie. It didn't accomplish the things I wanted it to accomplish, but like if I'm taking a step away from that, I can still enjoy the movie, but just even on its own, it just seemed like the choices they made and everything, it's ridiculous. And again, the best parts about that movie deal with the guy with the pointy ears, or I'll even say Sasha Kali. Is that how you say her last name? Supergirl, whatever. Like they were the breakouts of that movie. Like, unfortunately, I don't think Ezra Miller did anything with it that made it, good.
Yeah.
What's his face? Grant Gustin has more. When you strip away all the friggin' sappy speeches, he has better Flash moments than Ezra Miller has.
Yeah.
Which obviously he had 10 years, so why wouldn't he? But still.
Yeah. I want to get the group's opinion on something. By the way, this is one of the tweets where they went at each other here. They look like Patriots to me. I don't know what he was talking about there, but she just goes right at him. God, that was the man.
That was the power couple.
That was the power couple right there. Such a good show. I want to do a poll real quick before we wrap today. Let's see here. Get it started. Start a poll. All right. I threw it in the chat. Simple question. Is the Batman overrated? And the reason I'm asking this question is leaving the Batman, Robert Pattinson. First of all, I thought he should have been in The Flash. And I think you guys talked about it in the Rambling episode as well. I understand why he wasn't, but I was like, kind of would make sense that he's there. Now, my friend, Chris, he saw The Flash. He was like, you're on crack that you like this movie. He also finally sat down and watched The Batman. And he's like, this movie is so bad. I don't know what you're talking about. And I was like, wait. And I thought about it. I loved The Batman when I left the movie. I had complaints, but I loved it when I left. But I've not been able to successfully rewatch that movie. And I was thinking about it, and I was like, all right, outside the fight scenes, outside of when he turns on the Batmobile, outside of the cinematography of Gotham, I was like, is this like a shitty movie? And he even said, he was like, it's not that it's a bad movie, like cinematography wise, costume wise. He's like, it's just a boring ass movie. And I was like, God, I think the movie might be, and I might just be like, I might have just been in the zone of like, this is my first movie, like after COVID, like all this kind of stuff. So do you think the movie's overrated, or is it really that good, or did you not like it and I'm just not remembering?
No, I liked it. I said, yes, I think it is overrated a little bit. Like, I mean, it definitely, like, I give it props for going in a different direction and, you know, doing like, it was more of a detective story, and forgive me if I'm talking out my ass, psychological thriller-ish. But I mean, I feel like people definitely like overhyped it and overpraised it, and like, you know, like there were definitely, like, I enjoyed it, but there were definitely some critiques I took out of it, or critiques I made of it after that I think were valid. And you know, I think it's a very solid Batman movie. I think it's probably I mean, it's definitely I think it's probably a better telling of his origin years than we saw in Batman Begins.
Okay.
You know, because it's grittier, and I mean, at the time, Begins was gritty, but like, you know, this movie, like, it's very gritty, and like they did some real damage, you know, like to Gotham and everything. Like they took leaps, they took leaps with it. So I give it credit for that, but I also think like it, you know, like there were people kind of like The Flash, like, you know, this is like a perfect Batman movie. It's, you know, I can't remember a lot of the other stuff, but like I think it's overhyped, you know. And same as you though, I only ever watched it to completion in one sitting at the movie theaters. It's long. It's like I have nothing against it. Like if it's on TV, I throw it on and I'll pay attention to it while I'm doing it, but like I remember it shockingly well considering how long it was. I don't need to sit down for another 3 hours or whatever it was.
Let's see. The Batman did worldwide 770 million, 369 million domestic, 401 international. Domestic opening 134. Yeah, it was. I think I don't like the movie now. I think, yeah, coming out of COVID, like the only movie I think I saw at that point maybe was Spider-Man. I think Spider-Man was the first one truly after COVID for me. And I was really, it's been bothering me for days. Cause I told him, I was like, oh, it's a good movie. Like it's a great, gritty year 2 Batman movie. I have some complaints, but you know, it's a good movie. And then he came and gave me his gripes, and I was like, shit. I'm like, I had those gripes too. So,
yeah. I mean, like, you know, just because it can be, you can enjoy the movie and still have gripes about it. It doesn't, you know, I don't think that, like, I don't think that you have to love it and not critique it at all. Like, I mean, I love the Back to the Future movies. I still have some, I haven't thought of, I'm sure I can think of something rewatching it where I'm like, oh, come on, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah. All right. Checking the poll. Hit end on this one. Overrated, 75%. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to watch it again, just to see if I can get through it.
Yeah.
Which I guess you never want to say about any movie, but at the same time, I have not rewatched any of the Spider-Man Tom Holland movies. Now that I think about it, not one.
Yeah, like same thing. I've seen them on, and they've been on in the background, but
yeah,
even No Way Home, I haven't sat to rewatch that. I kind of, like everybody, I'm sure, I start paying attention at the condo fight scene, and that pretty much takes us straight through to the end. So
yeah,
but that first half I stopped paying attention to.
Yeah. Cool. Any last comments, questions, concerns before we wrap today's episode?
I love you and hate you for what you've unlocked in me.
Hey.
Yeah, no, I'm very excited to work on this. And same thing, I was going to document it leading up to Comic-Con, and figured we would coordinate that. And I have a new ramble out where I discussed Batman the White Knight. Mm-hmm. And I actually just finished the sequel to that, Curse of the White Knight. So I have to get myself organized, my thoughts organized on that, and record and edit and do all that, and get that one out as soon as I can.
Yeah, love it. I have one more Back to the Future. I have one more Ghostbusters question for you.
Shoot.
Looking at this cosplay here, are you gonna go for? And by the way, what I love about cosplay in general is how all this shit can be done with like paint, and how you use paint, and like these welds here. I don't know if that's on the actual pack. Like looking down, my pack doesn't have that, any of that actually. Like you could literally do this with hot glue. Just paint over the hot glue. I learned that this week. Are you gonna go for battle damage on your pack if you do any kind of repainting, or are you just gonna try to leave it clean?
So definitely gonna leave it clean-ish. It's just like, I have to look at it when I finally pull the trigger and get one and look at it, because it's just like, I would be more inclined to do that if I pick up the spirit one, mm-hmm. to do that. Like I'll probably
damage. I just realized too, like if you get the HasLab,
like,
it's damaged.
Yeah, it is a little bit worn, but like, I know what you mean, like adding more damage to it. I don't know if I'd want to do anything to actually fuck up the pack anymore. Like, I know, even intentionally or not, I would just be like really terrified of ruining that, considering this is going to be my first real shot. If I had the spirit pack, I would like the one you have, I would probably definitely go ape on that one, because it's $80, whatever. But I think I was thinking of, like, and I was going to talk with you guys about it, I was thinking more battle damage for like the uniforms, maybe.
Same. I was thinking the same thing.
Like, and like you said, like it is weathered already, so the pack already has that weathered look. I don't know if too much damage, and then I don't know. I'm getting itchy thinking about accidentally fucking up the pack. So I'm gonna say no. If anything, I'll go for battle damage on the uniform, and maybe some of the smaller accessories that I get to go with it, like the meter or the trap or something.
Yeah. Well, everybody, let us know. As time goes on, whether it's in the comment section, Instagram, Discord, whatever. Give us some ideas for mixing Ghostbusters cosplay with like other franchises. I just want to see what you guys think, what's out there. I think as time went on, and as I kept thinking about it, I think I'm going to keep it Ghostbusters, but maybe like me Ghostbusters, not like try to cosplay like Winston or anybody. But I'm curious to see like if there's like another franchise mix that might work. I don't know. I was thinking about it. I've seen like Deadpool, Ghostbusters. I've seen, Star Wars and stuff. So, Winter Soldier doesn't count. That movie's just perfect.
That movie is perfect. Actually, I had can I tell you? I had an idea. I said to you and Steve in the chat for because I want to hide my face again. Obviously,
yeah.
I was saying I could get a Batman cowl and hide that. It'd be Batman Ghostbuster.
Oh, I would love that.
And do like for like what the hell? Be like, ghosts took my family. They should have taken my my neutrino wand. And then a little hybrid from Red Hood there, because he started Red Hood in Grant Morrison's run started speaking in slogans for a little while. It was very awkward for Jason there.
Yeah, I wish I had my Red Hood mask still, but it was pretty easy to make. Man, that could be DC crossover. That could be fun.
Figure it out.
Yeah,
Got time.
Got time. Yeah, cool. Appreciate you jumping on. Appreciate you shooting the shit with me. And
thanks for having me, as always.
Yeah. Actually, I forgot to upload the audio version of your ramble. I just realized that. So I will upload that once I finish up timestamping this one, so you guys can listen to the audio ramble of The White Knight. Right? The White Knight is what it's called? I just forget.
The first one is The White Knight, yes.
Yeah. So I'll upload that, and then you guys will also have this ramble, a.k.a. HeyArcher Live, to listen to on your favorite podcast platform. If we're going to see you at Comic-Con, tell us down below in the comments. If you Ghostbusters cosplay, tell us down below in the comments. If you're going to be at Buffalo Comic-Con, tell us in the comments. But most importantly, let Dave's Dimension know. You'll see him at Buffalo Comic-Con. And at the very least, we hope we see you next Thursday, 8:15-ish p.m. here on Nerd Affiliated. More unboxings, more toy reviews, more nerdy discussions. And apparently we're going to do more cosplay stuff here on the channel. I can't wait to show you guys that. Join the Nerd Foundation for 99 cents a month. You can do that. Help keep the lights on. Keep ice cubes in our cup, because as you can see, they melt. They melt pretty fast. And of course, super chats and all that fun stuff are always welcome. Nerdaffiliated.com for merch. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll talk to all you nerds in the next video. Peace. We're out of here. I said we're out of here. See you guys later. I forgot one thing. I literally forgot one thing. An unboxing is going to be coming down the pipe pretty soon. Got a 2-pack. Little animated series 2-pack for all of you coming. Stay tuned for that.
Specifically vodka, whiskey, beer, tequila, more beer, more vodka, more whiskey, and more beer. Austin 316 says I just whipped your ass.